Hello YouTube, welcome to my channel 1-2 Punch Tennis. Whether you are a developing young player or a professional tennis player, there's a lot of noise in the sport of tennis, that is for sure. So with this channel, what I aim to do is break down the myths, simplify the science, and get you on your way to training the way you need to be training to see the results you want. There's a lot of good information out there and there's a lot of misleading information out there. The brilliant coaches that bring all this good information tend to get lost in the noise. So what I aim to do is help break down all the concepts so you can see what works and what doesn't work. That way you will be clear in what you're trying to do and know exactly why things work the way they do. Yes, every player is unique, and our uniqueness is still bound by the same physics and the same court dimensions and the same mental battles. So we're all different, but yes, we all have the same issues. One thing I tend to see is that the tennis industry sells quick fixes for things that actually shouldn't be happening in the first place. So what I aim to do is help players get back to using their natural instincts with structure, working together to create a process that is repeatable. Let me introduce myself. My name is Punch Maleka and I'm originally from South Africa, now residing in the US. In 1999, I reached a career high of 619 in the world. I was about 21 years of age. A year later, I found myself quitting the sport of tennis. And often we say, I ran out of money, but it wasn't just that. Yes, tennis is expensive, but it was more about putting in all the work every day, training hard, listening to advice I was getting, but yet I was seeing the same inconsistent results, unnecessary errors. I even believed that maybe, I'm just not one of those chosen ones, I'm not good enough, right? So yeah, what's the next move? I decided to quit. If this sounds familiar and if you're having those same battles daily, monthly, yearly, you're not sure why your results are the way they are, this is exactly where you want to be. I'm going to break it all down for you so that you don't have to go through the same issues I ran into. Looking back, I was definitely good enough. I just didn't have the correct information. So that's what I'm going to help you with so that you don't have to make the same mistakes I and many others made. But here's where it all changed. At the age of 24, I got into tennis coaching. At first, I didn't know what I was doing, so I was learning as I was going. But the main thing that stuck out is as I started coaching, I realized that 80% of what I was doing in the past was incorrect. Now, it made all the sense in the world. I realized why I had hit my wall. So luckily, a couple years later, I had to go back to play tournaments. And getting into those tournaments was out of necessity. I needed to make extra money. So for the first time, I felt I needed to win. Usually, I would have made excuses. But since I had to win this time, I discovered things about myself that, I hadn't used before. So what happened after that shocked me because I played my best tennis in my 30s. And in my late 30s, I was winning tournaments that I shouldn't have been winning on paper, at least. And then at the same time, I was beating players that I shouldn't have been beating on paper, So certain things I learned changed everything. And I've been helping a lot of young juniors, adults for the last 10 years. And I've been working very hard in how to articulate this so that it's understandable and players can actually do it for themselves. So now the channel is here. And since the channel is here, like and subscribe, because the content that's going to come in is really going to matter. It's really going to help you change what you've been doing, know what you're doing and why. This is not just about tennis. This is about rewriting what you think you're capable of. So with new information, you're going to realize that I'm actually more capable than I think. And this is going to be based on science and fact. None of this is going to be opinion. It's going to be based on all my failures and based on all my hard-fought wins. The transformation that I went through. If you are ready to unlock your true potential and feel that true confidence I feel when I'm hitting the ball. No more excuses, I'm never rusty, doesn't matter how much I don't play, I come into the court and hit the exact same way it feels. It's taken me a while to really get to understand how I can transfer this information, because it's not just about saying it, it's really having the player understand it. So stay tuned and good luck with your journey. Enjoy this incredible sport of tennis.